Alright folks, here we are, and yeah, as promised and a lot requested by you, a new clan battle I want to cover. And if you saw the title, you know, or you maybe have no clue what I mean. So being controlled aggressive, that's kind of this topic of today's video. It's not the most exciting, but it shows and reflects a bit what is going on, and how do you push until without being like too aggressive, and you end up in a situation where you eventually die. And pushing doesn't necessarily mean you have to end up in the enemy spawn. It does mean that you have to get some positional advantage, and yeah, maybe added to that, kill some enemy ships through that positional advantage. And in the best case, you can retreat from that position as well. There's a lot of factors which influence it, like concealment is a big factor, how tanky is a ship, and how good is the enemy team, how good is your team. So individual skill is a big factor as well. But yeah, in general, you have this all or nothing push that you need to do because you got into a disadvantageous position by losing a ship, or yeah, the enemy is holding a cap, and then you have to figure out, okay, you can't cap that cap because they locked it down with like 3 radar ships or so you have to change plan and adjust to it. That are the occasions where you normally push. The other reason is if you're running a full cruiser setup without or with a battleship, doesn't matter, then you initially push anyways, unless you face another setup consisting out of cruisers. Then you have to evaluate again where the most likely positions of the enemy are and so on. But against 1 destroyer setups or 2 destroyer setups, that's usually the thing you want to do. Alright, we are watching this time Stoevs out of his perspective in the Republic. As I said, we mainly play Republic since it's in our eyes the most valuable or most flexible, not valuable, but most flexible battleship currently in the game. And yeah, that's the reason. So yeah, why controlled aggressive? I think I talked enough about that. I will come back to that topic later when I or when the occasion is happening. Not sure if that's correct, but yeah. First of all, let's go quickly over our lineup. This is the other team, not the team I'm playing in. Still, there are some the basic stays the same. So we have a strong flank on each map, and we have a weak flank, so-called kiting flank, on the other side. So our strong flank is around A, consisting out of a Zao that is mainly the direct supporter for our Shimakaze, and Henri, backed up by a Stalingrad. Then we have in the middle the battleship, and outside here on the 910 line we have an Henri and a Des Moines in case we need to push the enemy C-cap and the 7 line, more or less, because through that islands here on Warrior's Path you can push or sneak on with a Des Moines pretty easily. Alright, so much for that. As I said, it's a 1DD setup what we are playing. The enemy is playing a 2DD setup. That changes things usually, because the enemy has more spotting, and usually, and I was wondering a bit, but usually it should have also a cap advantage, and somehow the enemy didn't achieve that, and we were able to snatch A before them. There's also like a thing going on, do you commit to the island or not? That depends heavily on how many raiders the enemy is bringing. So far they have 2 Stalingrads, which one of them is located on this area. this is a really good spot. You can always hide behind the island and have radar range over the cap. Okay, he's pushing in now, that's interesting. We have the same kind of position here with Masaru in the Stalingrad, who has also complete coverage and perhaps shots into the cap or in this area. Yeah, and the battle is quite slow paced in the beginning. Off's playing a bit passive. Stoevs is just moving forward, backward, the same what you can do in the Henri, but at a larger size in the Republic, because the enemy Shima is, you saw it here, he was spotted, so he's the one who's constantly torping and spotting Stoevs, so that's why he is doing these movements to throw off the torp aim and so on and so on. Never stay in one position, you can't feel safe forever. And he's one torp. But so far he's angled away. It's unlikely that he will get completely murdered, since the Shima knows that he can't push into here, because first of all Stalingrad and maybe the Des Moines wasn't spotted yet, but he assumes probably that there is another radar cruiser somewhere. So yeah. Alright. Offs are going to make a play for the A-cap now. You see that they brought the Shima over. Very nice play by the Shimakaze, speeding up, slowing down, and then speeding up again, depending on who is shooting. This is really good to dodge shells over bigger distances. The Young, on the other hand, has to go a bit more faster, since he is closer to Zhao, Henri, and so on. And yeah, in general also radared. It seems as if they are able to get the A-cap, which of course brings the pressure up to us. And at some point, as I said, you need to push. I mean, a 2 destroyer setup has literally less firepower. Not that it is not beatable, but it is simply more flexible. So if you can utilize this flexibility against more firepower, then yeah, that's a good thing. The Zhao and the Henri are supposed to push together with the Stalingrad and the Shima in front of them to yeah, get these guys more or less done. Stoevs is moving up already towards the C-cap, and this is now where this pushing evolves. He realizes, okay, we can't wait very long here. That's really important. You have to realize these situations and analyze what you can do about it. And the only thing you can do about is pushing the enemy off cap, so to call. Good thing here is also that this Henri, who was located on 910 line, went to the middle to either farm Stoevs in his Republic or felt useless over here. But that gives, of course, our Henri over here a lot of room. So if you want to push in the one destroyer setup or in a cruiser setup, you go full ham on each side. First of all, you wait on the heavy flank side until your weak flank is moving. And as soon as that happens, the strong flank also moves in. Yeah, we sadly lose our Shimakaze here. I don't know what happened again, but I think both of these destroyers are still very healthy, and they should have been dead already, especially with the Zhao and the Henri. Zhao is always the one who wants to support yeah, the friendly destroyer as much as possible. But yeah, we equal the score kind of by killing one of their destroyers. That rips apart the eventual cross-torp possibilities of the enemy, and also is very good. Alright, Des Moines already made his way here, Stoevs is also following now, and yeah. The thing is, even if you're bored on the 910 line, for example this Henri here, just left, gives our Henri the time to occupy this area. means, on the other hand, even if you're bored here, you occupy an enemy ship, so you don't want to give up a flank at all. Normally. I mean, there might be cases where this is maybe helpful, but not right now. And yeah, that gives us a lot of opportunities. Problem here is that our Zhao and Henri got stuck and ended up in a nasty crossfire between the Stalingrad and Henri. Shouldn't have happened actually. So the focus on the Stalingrad should have happened. That's the main case. As soon as the Stalingrad dies, they are able to push more or less and focus down maybe the Henri there. Yeah, and Stoevs is pushing up behind the Des Moines and takes this Stalingrad completely underestimated or didn't watch the minimap because he didn't apparently see that Stoevs is pushing, which creates yeah, a nice broadside for Stoevs. And now, and that's the fun part, the Stalingrad arrives, is spotted, which is yeah, he was like probably in this area down here and tried to occupy this flank, but now he's an easy victim to Henri alone. The Des Moines is just capping and will not how can I say it, will not shoot until he cap finally, and then he will go in a safe position and bring himself in a position where he can farm the enemy without getting shot at. Because as of right now, the HP pool on the battleship or Henri is very, very high. So we took over the lead, but we lose our Zhao. Now the Stalingrad needs to be safe, and also Stoevs is taking measures to stay safe. That's how it is right now, and that's what I mean with controlled aggressive. I mean, of course he pushed, but he didn't push out here, so he stays in cover. He has still some spotting on the Henri. The only thing he maybe has to worry about is the Stalingrad. But as long as he gets spotting on the Henri, it's all fine. Stoevs gets nice shot from concealment, which makes it of course pretty hard for this Henri to push and support. And also this Yamato slept a bit too long. He didn't take any actions. As soon as the push is coming, the Yamato should have went here and opposed Stoevs. And now he's just buying time. I mean, we need a kill. We are still behind in points. I have not the mod where it shows the counter. But yeah. That was a nasty volley on the Henri. And also lucky. He slowed down to turn around and then ate the full broadside. The thing is with the Republic, it has the penetration to go through this Henri spaced armor. And that makes it of course such a dangerous foe for the Henri. Together with the precise guns and overmatching capabilities, that's quite a thing. And if you look here, Stalingrad and so on and so on. The Yamato is now coming in. Stoevs gets the volley off and hopes the best. Looks okay. And he takes out the enemy Henri. Now it's 987 to 903. And as long as Stoevs doesn't die, so he needs to get behind the island immediately. You see it, and takes down the game. Yeah, and that's basically what you have to do in a controlled aggressive push. Staying safe and survive till the end. Of course, as I said, there are different options, but this is one of the examples where controlled aggressive is recommended. Alright, yeah, that's it from the Clanbattles, and yeah, thanks for watching, hope you enjoyed it, and see you next time. Bye bye.